Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in the deep playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3. The idea is to cross this forest, and I'm pretty sure we will be fighting a new boss here called the Fear, I think. And I need these poisonous frogs because I think I can drop poisonous food on the ground, which will actually hurt his stamina. God damn it. I need to drop some of my own food to make room for the poisonous or the spoiled foods, which I all will be feeding to him. Let's eat this one.
Disgusting.
Alright. We got a couple of them. Here we have like traps. And I assume they are... I don't see any spiked logs or anything. What does this trap do? Is it just like an explosive? Or will some spikes pop up from the ground? No idea. We do have the thermal goggles equipped, which will be handy in... Ah, there are spike logs. But where are the ones over here? I don't see them. There is also quite some fruit over here. Not sure what kind of fruit that actually is. Let's equip the M19 anyways. And see what it is. It almost looks like new fruit, or it's just a Yabloco. Okay, I don't think that's a new fruit. Already had that one that gives like medicine. Still, I'm really curious about what this trap does. So we just check it out. Alright, that was indeed a mine or something. And there are even more of these frogs. I want more of those frogs. Assuming those are, yeah, the poison dart frogs. I really need those. So what am I going to lose for it? I am going to lose... Yeah, I also need some food for myself, of course. And I know that Snake likes, yeah, everything actually. I don't want to lose these arowanas because they're also spoiled. I could also feed it to the boss. Yeah, and Snake likes this. He likes that. Tasted bad. So this one goes out. The crab is okay. Russian ration goes out. And we have two more places in the inventory. So that all goes pretty well. We have quite some poisonous fruits currently. What the hell is this? Am I losing something else to check those mushrooms? Yeah, let's do that. Let's just lose the false mango.
Pretty tasty.
Mushroom D. Let's see if that one is a new one. Fly agaric. Let's see what Medic has to say.
I see you've found some fly agaric mushrooms. The fly agaric is a relative of the deathcap mushroom that grows only in that region. You'll find it growing on the ground, but it's poisonous, so if you pick one up, don't eat it. If you do eat one, go into the survival viewer immediately and use Cure to take some antidote. The poisons found in the fly agaric include phallotoxins and amatoxins. It says here that when you eat it, the initial symptoms include nausea, stomach pain, and diarrhea. Finally, your liver and kidneys will break down into a sponge-like substance and you die.
Holy shit.
Sounds like a horrible way to die.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So how does it taste?
Huh?
How does it...
Were you listening to me? The fly agaric is poisonous.
I heard you, but if I did eat it, it might taste good, right?
I give up.
Pretty funny.
Snake, that area is inhabited by the green tree python. The green tree python isn't venomous, so no need to worry. It's fairly docile too, so I don't think it's likely to attack you. The green tree python originally comes from Australia and New Zealand. It's a really pretty green color and it lives... Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Snake, what did I just say?
They come from Australia and New Zealand.
No, after that.
They're a really pretty green color.
I thought so. What was I thinking? Seeing a snake and calling it pretty?
What's wrong with that?
Everything. When a normal woman sees a snake, she's supposed to scream or get sick or something like that.
And you think you're normal?
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, it's all your fault.
Jeez, I'm sorry. But enough of that.
What do you mean, enough of that? This is serious.
No, I just wanted you to tell me how it tastes.
How should I know?
Ugh.
It was awfully pretty, though.
Pretty funny. I think that's a new animal. I have to catch it. To still try and get the achievement of getting all the animals and flora and fauna in the
Snake,
game.
do you know what epinephrine is?
What's with the questions?
Well, do you?
No,
Also known as adrenaline?
never heard of it.
Really?
Nope.
I have.
Good for you.
Do you want to hear about it?
Not really.
Oh, I think you should hear about it.
Here we go.
So, epinephrine is a type of hormone. It's secreted from the adrenal glands in high-stress situations, like when you're exercising or you're under pressure. The epinephrine is released into the bloodstream and stimulates special receptor cells on various organs throughout the body. This causes the heart to beat faster, the blood vessels to constrict, and the respiratory passages to expand. It also raises blood pressure. You ever notice how you're faster and stronger than normal when you're under stress? That's because of epinephrine, and when you're bleeding, it...
Paramedic.
Yeah,
Is there a point to all of this?
of course. In the alert phase, your body secretes epinephrine, and so your stamina won't be depleted as fast.
Uh-huh.
There, good thing I told you, huh?
As always.
Pretty fun little detail in the game mechanics.
Snake, that area is inhabited by European rabbits. The European rabbit is said to have come from the Mediterranean region originally, but nowadays they're found all over the world. They've been used since ancient times as a source of food, so it might be worth catching them. Rabbits are known to eat their own excrement.
They eat their own...
That's right. It's called cecal feces. When the rabbit eats fiber, the fiber is fermented in the rabbit's appendix, or cecum, and turned into a nutritious substance full of vitamins. The rabbit excretes this substance and then eats it again to absorb the nutrients.
That's a neat trick. I think I'll give it a try.
Snake, rabbits and humans don't work the...
I'm just kidding. You really thought I was going to eat it?
A little, yeah.
Even I wouldn't do that.
I guess not.
But how did those seagull feces taste?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Pretty funny. Alright, one more. It's pretty
if you
addictive.
have any questions about stamina or healing, just ask me. I'll tell you everything you need to know. It'll have to be over the radio, though.
So you won't be able to see me naked then?
Yeah, I'm devastated. But I'll bet that 50 years from now, you'll be able to see who you're talking to on the radio.
I'll be retired from active duty by then.
I don't know. Somebody somewhere might just decide to give you a call.
Wouldn't surprise me. Let's both pray that never happens.
Snake, the land where Sokolov is being held is to the north of that.
There seem to be traps planted throughout that area, and they look a little primitive.
Yeah, but this is their territory. Why would they need this many traps here?
Maybe it's part of some kind of tactical research.
Tactical research?
Yeah. As I'm sure you know, the Soviet Union is leading a worldwide revolution among communist forces all over the globe. But a lot of the countries involved don't have the necessary funds and industrial technology, so they need tactics that are both effective and economical.
That's what they're researching?
Yeah, and traps are one of the best ways to do that. I'll bet that place is one of their testing grounds. Clappers, arrows, pendulums, all of these traps are set off by applying force to a rope. Don't touch the ropes and you'll be fine. Use rolling to get over them, or just crawl under them. Either way ought to work. If you do set off a trap and an arrow or a spiked pendulum comes flying your way, you can still dodge it by immediately diving out of the way. Pit traps and snares are camouflaged into the ground to make them harder to detect. But if you look carefully enough, you can see them through the disguise. Try stalking to proceed with extra caution. In any case, if you think there might be traps lying around, keep a close eye on the ground and stay alert.
Alright.
Your field uniform is not just a set.
That was an old one. Let's see if Eva is there. Nope. Alright, what I would really like is if we can get back to the previous area. Yeah, it should work. It's not that high, this. Or is it too high? Nice. Alright, so this way I can save the game, and then all those, if I die in the boss fight, I don't need to redo all those poison dart throw thingies. So like so, and we go back. Let's save the game.
Saving the game, Snake? Snake, have you ever seen The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms?
Nope.
It's about this monster that comes to life from deep within a glacier as a result of an H-bomb test in the Arctic. It crosses the ocean and emerges in New York. I especially like the scene where the monster attacks the lighthouse, and the one where it pops out of a valley in Manhattan and makes a big hole in a building. And the last scene on the burning roller coaster was simply incredible. And because I saw it in a drive-in theater, I actually felt like I was a part of the movie. It's funny, isn't it? How you can let yourself get absorbed into these things without thinking even when you know it's not real?
Distinguishing between what's real and what's not isn't always as simple as we think.
Well, don't get too absorbed in your mission. It's important to take a rest every now and then.
Right, I actually really like it that in most areas you can get back to the previous one. If you would want to. I do think if I get back in there that the enemies will have respawns. But I will not have to get in there anyways. Alright, let's... there are even more of these frogs. But I currently have quite a lot of them already. 5. Yeah, let's just keep it at that. Let's see how far we get. There's a lot of poison stuff over here, everywhere. Let's just try and defeat the boss. But of course also it would be good if there are some ammunitions lying around. Right, I can also, of course, take cover from the with the trees, behind the trees. And actually, alright, so there is some swamp going on over here as well. And multiple traps, have to pay attention to those. And what really was a good trick is the tip is being able to roll across those traps. But the thing is, actually I will need to take him out non-lethally, so I need to know where the ammunition will be spawned. That is what we want to know. Holy shit. Can't I indeed simply activate all these traps? I can, but it will take quite some time, and I will probably not be doing that each time I fail. I'm not sure anymore how hard this boss fight is. But where are the bullets? Because I only have 19 bullets. Right, there's some food over there. There is a rabbit. This one is also a trap, pretty sure. Ah, there's actually one of those snakes. But let's do that all after fighting the boss, getting all the flora and fauna. There is the froggy. Holy shit. There's actually a scientist spiked up on there. Alright. Let's also shoot that one. I don't see any ammunition, which is a bit of a bummer. But it should be here, right? It does not magically pop up once the boss fight starts. I assume it should already be here. But I don't see it. Let's just be sure so that I don't need to start looking for it during the fight. I actually didn't even need to pick up that food, those poison dart frogs. I can, of course, during the fight simply kick them and they will turn into a meal by themselves. And if I then do not pick up that meal, then the boss will eat it. Right, I don't see any ammunition anywhere, which is a pretty big bummer actually, because I'm bound to miss quite a lot. He is really fast. Yeah, let's just wait and see. Maybe something spawns. Let's just see. Here we go. Let's trigger the boss. Oh. And also let's trigger this one. Here we go. Huh? I was pretty sure that the boss fight would take place here. Ah, that's it probably. I was already thinking it was pretty close since the previous boss, like the pain that we fought. Ah, that's probably why there is no ammunition. I will be fighting him probably on the way back only. That's it. Alright, then also let's do some housekeeping here. Let's get those rabbits and stuff. Because that will be safe then. If we go into the next area. Sorry, rabbits. Really don't want to. Alright, let's take some food.
That's tasty.
Right, rabbit is down. The frogs we already had. Those fruits I think we also had. Then let's go with those. Ah, there's actually a birdie over there. Sorry, I really feel guilty shooting those animals. How the hell can I get to it? Oh. Alright, this bird is a goner. Ah, another scientist. Why would they be demonstrating all kinds of dead scientists over here? I don't know. Let's make some room.
Pretty tasty.
Alright, that's the new snake. So probably as regards to the flora and fauna we're pretty good. No, there's actually a squirrel. Sorry guy. God damn it, I really feel like a murderer over here. Let's see what paramedic has to say about that one.
You'll suffer broken bones if you jump from too high a place
Oh.
or get hit with a severe blow. When you have a fracture...
Nope, that's probably a food source that we already got. What will I be switching it out with?
Hey, this works.
Oh, 1 second, guys. I have somebody at my door. 1 sec. Alright, back again. Where were we? We were doing some housekeeping and some gathering. What did I just pick up? A flying squirrel. I think that's a new one. I didn't hear paramedic comment on that animal yet.
I see you caught yourself a Japanese flying squirrel. Japanese flying squirrels are non-venomous and they shouldn't attack you. The head, front legs, hind legs, and tail of the Japanese flying squirrel are connected by a membrane of skin, which allows the squirrel to glide from tree to tree. It says here that if it catches a good wind, it can fly more than 100 yards.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had a hard time catching one.
So, aren't you going to ask me?
You know it. How does it taste?
Not sure.
Not sure.
The guy doesn't say anything about it.
Why not?
Gee, maybe it's because no one would ever think of eating a flying squirrel.
Then I must be the first one.
Maybe you are.
Pretty funny. Yeah, there's one animal that I didn't have yet over here, I think. That might be a new one. I hardly took any of them, and that are the birds. I really have to catch up on the bird hunting. Although, I really don't like it. It sounds... Ah, here it is. There it was. I really don't like it. Seriously, shooting animals. But yeah, I will just continue telling myself it's only a game. God damn it, it flew away. Ah, there it is. There it was. Right, what do we have here? Let's make some room. Eat the flying squirrel.
What is this?
No ID. Alright, and that's, I think, a new bird. Let's check it out.
You'll find a fruit called the Yabloko Maloko growing in that area.
Diablo, what now?
Yabloko Maloko. It's a Russian name that roughly translates as milk apple. It's a type of star apple. The juice is thick and sweet, like milk, hence the name. And if you cut one in half lengthwise, you'll see a star-shaped ring radiating out from the center.
Hence the star apple.
Right. The star-shaped part has a gelatinous texture and is said to be especially tasty.
I ate one. It didn't taste that great.
Are you sure? It's supposed to be delicious.
Nope, it tasted terrible.
That's strange.
Yeah, looks like that guide of yours.
No, it's your sense of taste.
Right, but what about that bird?
Food poisoning is caused by eating poisonous food. When you
Weird. I don't understand why she doesn't immediately comment on what I got. Anyways, those apples, I don't remember eating them, so I'll also eat one of those, just to be sure, or catch one. Let's eat the python.
Can't complain.
Ah, the magpie, that bird. I think we already got that entry from her. Let's double check. Oh, wrong button.
Snake, be careful when you approach the enemy. The closer you are to them, the more accurate their shots will be, and the more damage their weapons will do. That means you've got a greater chance of getting seriously wounded. Daring frontal assaults are not a good idea. But if you do get seriously injured, go into the survival viewer and treat it immediately.
Alrighty. Yeah, pour blood on the tree trunk over there. Poor little birdie. Anyways, let's continue ahead. I think we did enough hunting for now. Let's continue and get to that laboratory. And then I think on the way back we will be encountering the fear. Alright, here we are. I have to take a little break, a little dinner break, so this will be a short episode. In the next episode we will be infiltrating this laboratory on our way to meet up with Sokolov. Guys, no, before running out, let's get a few tips. Maybe there are some, and then I will get in and out of the area to have it stored in memory. I will save the game and then we can continue.
Sokolov is inside the lab. Look for a way in and use it to infiltrate the lab. Snake. Certain enemy soldiers are equipped with radios. These signalers can use their radios to transmit information to and from the command headquarters. If a signaler realizes your presence, you can bet he'll be on the horn calling backup from headquarters. After headquarters receives the call for backup, they contact a nearby unit and order them to head over to give support. Once backup arrives, your enemies will outnumber you beyond hope for victory.
Alright, we already heard that one.
You'll catch a cold if you hang around too long without any clothes on, or spend too much time in the water or the swamp. When you catch a cold, your stamina goes down more rapidly. You'll also sneeze from time to time, and the noise can alert enemies to your presence. Plus, your body will shake, so you might not be able to distinguish vibrations very well. To cure a cold, go into Cure in the survival viewer and take some cold medicine.
Alright, not really any major tips for this area.
You can take off your face paint by selecting No Paint from Face. Just select No Paint when you want to skip wearing any face paint at all. But your camo index is never going to be as high without face paint as it is with it. Unless you want the enemy to see you, you ought to be wearing face paint.
Alright, that is about that. My camo is pretty good. Let's get out and back in, which is not even that necessary, but just I hope then that the codec entries that we just heard are stored in memory and that we will not hear them again. They're like checkbox marked as done, so to say. Now let's save the game.
You want to save? Hold on a sec.
Right.
Snake, have you seen The Magnificent Seven?
Sorry.
It's a remake of the Japanese classic The Seven Samurai, only in a Western setting. This tiny Mexican village is attacked every year by bandits. Finally, the village elder can't stand it any longer and decides to hire someone to protect the village. 7 gunmen respond to the call. They teach the villagers how to shoot and prepare for the oncoming attack. But then, the enemy shows up at the village with a huge band.
Then what happens?
You'll just have to see it for yourself. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh.
Movies are only fun when you actually watch them. There's something you have to experience for yourself.
It's pretty funny. Anyways, guys, that concludes the episode for this one. A short one. Have to, yeah, it's dinner time. Hope to see you in the next one after dinner. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.